Global happenings today. We communicate. We analyze global news. Professor Mahmoud Yakubu yesterday finally resigned and handed over power to another person who is now acting in his state. But there have been a lot of questions around who's going to be the next person. And where it is quite troubling is the fact that the man who will be part of the election race come to 2027, talking about President Bola Tinubu, is the one that will nominate and possibly appoint the man who will be the referee of the election come 2027. It has left Nigerians with a lot of thought. Now, if you check our video, you're going to see the response of Ralph Aregbesola in respect to that. He talked about so many things, though he had been a partaker of the shenanigans of election malpractice. Also, the Inter-Party Advisory Council have taken a position about who should appoint the chairman of INEC and why he should not be Bola Tinubu. Let's dive into full details of it, and we'll be back to talk with my colleague. But according to the news, the Inter-Party Advisory Council has called for the removal of the power to appoint the chairman of the Independent National Electoral Commission from the office of the president, urging instead for the establishment of an independent committee to handle such appointment. INEC President Dr. Yusuf Maman Dantale made the call during a meeting with the House of Representatives Committee on Constitutional Review in Abuja. He urged that the current system, which gives the president authority to appoint INEC chairman, could undermine the public trust in the electoral body. According to him, he says, to ensure the integrity of INEC, this power must be taken away from the president. There should be a committee comprising representatives of political parties, civil society groups, the Nigerian Bar Association, and the National Assembly to select the INEC chairman. He added that such reform would promote fairness and transparency in election, especially in the light of recurring complaints about the conduct of past polls. IPAD's position aligns with the view previously expressed by the former president Olusegun Obasanjo and Goodluck Jonathan, who also advocated reforms in the appointment process of the INEC leadership to strengthen electoral credibility. According to them, such constitutional reform would help restore public confidence in Nigeria's democratic process ahead of the 2027 general election. Some political parties have proposed that only parties with representation in the National Assembly should be allowed to nominate candidates for the position. Meanwhile, the Nigerian Muslim Youth Association (NMYA) has urged the National Assembly to support a bill seeking to remove the power of the president and state governors to appoint electoral commissioners for INEC and state independent electoral commission (SIEC). Its president, Engineer Abdulrahman Aliyu, said free and fair elections cannot be achieved as long as the president retains the power to appoint those who will oversee them. He added that technological innovations such as beavers and IREP would not guarantee credible election without an independent electoral body. In a related development, Civil Society Legislative Advocacy Center (CISALAC) also expressed support for an independent INEC appointment process, but opposed the idea of scrapping state electoral commission, arguing that doing so would weaken Nigerian federal system. Deputy Speaker of the House of Representatives and Chairman of the Constitutional Review Committee, Benjamin Kalu, said the ongoing constitutional amendment must strengthen democratic governance and ensure a level playing field for political parties. Similarly, Senate President Godswill Akpabio, represented by Senator Mohammed Mongono, stated that credible elections and local government autonomy are vital to restoring citizens' confidence in government. He added that supporting the creation of state police could also help tackle Nigeria's worsening security challenges. This comes amid reports confirming that the chairman of the Independent Electoral Commission, Professor Mahmoud Yakubu, has resigned from his position after a decade of overseeing Nigeria's election through major reforms and digital innovation. My colleagues in the House, we just want to talk about it. Virtually everyone says that power should be removed from the president. I read a post by someone, the guy said, Manchester City and Manchester United wants to play a football game, and then Manchester City is the one appointing the referee. What do you expect will happen? I mean, it's something that even a child will reason it out. The independency of INEC cannot be guaranteed if it is the president that is behind the appointment of such the referee of the electoral body. What's your standpoint on all of this, looking at the fact that different persons are different? Now, losing Obasanjo, George Jonathan has spoken about it, IPAD chairman has spoken about it, Peter Obi has spoken about it. I mean, so many people, Ariboshola also, ADC secretary, spoke about it.
Let's go very practical. I can still remember during the elections, Edo State elections, Nigerians came all out. There was an outcry where they now started talking. And one of the things they talked about was the fact that some of them pointed out that most of the REC members, most of the INEC members who conducted the election for Edo State, they're actually APC card carry members who they just dragged in and gave them positions. They screamed and shouted. One or two of them came and debunked it, saying, no, that is not a card carry member. As if that was not enough. Some Nigerians, sometimes when you see some things on social media, they are not propaganda in every sense of the word. They could just be covering it up, but just give it time. The truth will come out. Like the Nadi issue that came out, now he has resigned. Now I could still remember that when they denied it that they're not card carry member, somewhere somebody brought out the ID card on social media of that INEC member, APC member, full scale. You know, if I have the opportunity, it's not everybody that have that level playing ground who have morals not to abuse the power given to him or her. We could celebrate the likes of Goodluck Jonathan, who had all the powers he had. Using that power, he would have just made himself a president for life, but he didn't. He respected the fact that he wanted, he allowed INEC chairman to be chosen by another now, who he would have easily have made a friend and a partner to be an INEC chairman, but he allowed democracy to rule. But those who understand the dynamics of how to use the power, whether fraudulently or not, but power has been given, they will make you regret ever giving them such powers. And that's exactly what you're saying. Now you're giving such powers to someone who, even when he was entering, Nigerians were screaming and shouting that they question the entry. And now he has entered. You think you can remove him? That becomes almost impossible. And that's why you're seeing what you're seeing right now.
Now, another question, which is the last. Suggestions are coming up that there should be a bill presented in the House to remove the authority and the power from the president in the area of appointing INEC chairman. Do you think that any of the lawmakers will go in for this? And if it is presented to the House, do you think it will be considered?
Let's tell ourselves the truth. These guys are old crooks. They will agree if that's the only condition, so that they don't look as if they want to do something, but there will be a clause. Remember this issue of emergency rule? It was almost unconstitutional. Supreme Court up till now, they've not found their voice. But they went and looked for one clause, whether related or not. They say based on that section, the presidency have the right. They may agree. They may say, go ahead. But they will now give it to someone or an agency, which they will still appoint the leader of that agency that will run it somehow.
Now,
they are asking for, some of them
representation from different...
There was also another one they said, whereby traditional rulers will come in and all that. And that's also not a big problem for people like that. They may agree. And these traditional rulers can't you see primaries, how they do delegates? You see some persons who you just know, if they give Nigerians level playing ground, they will never be a flag bearer. But the delegates, they know what to do. All we need is, we'll give you that which belongs to you. Just give us the vote, and it will work.
All right. What's your opinion on this? Let's interact in our comment section. Thank you very much, and stay tuned.